I founded CC4C after the long journey with my daughter Cheyanna, as she had an undiagnosed condition and then later was diagnosed with a very rare condition. I realized there was no community of support to turn to. So that is why in 2012, I founded Cheyanna's Champions for Children.
After years of infertility treatments, we were finally blessed with two beautiful daughters, Madison, now 15, and Sophia, 11. We really didn't have any concerns with her until probably closer to about 14 months. It looked like she wanted to walk, but she couldn't. We were so excited when she finally started walking, but we did start noticing that there was something not quite right. She had a really wide stance, and she walked on her tippy toes and just was kind of wobbly.
She started falling down at least around 20 times a day.
There was concern that she had a muscle wasting disease. We were told to see another specialist that specializes with this specific disease, and after doing some examinations, he said she has a moderate form of Ullrich muscular dystrophy. And he also said she's healthy now, but not for long.
This particular disease, it's 1 in a million. It says, by the way, there's no treatment, there's no cure, and but what we do want you to do is come back every 6 to 12 months so we can measure her decline.
Receiving the news that Sophia had a muscle wasting disease that was life-threatening was very devastating and the darkest days of our lives.
No one coaches you on how to handle these things.
I isolated myself from my friends because I couldn't be around people. No one could relate to this diagnosis. I turned to anything that I could get my hands on that was uplifting and inspirational.
We have felt like we've been on an island by ourselves, and there's really no other support out there until we met this organization called CC4C. And having them in our lives has taken a huge burden off of our shoulders.
One of the things we found when a lot of these children and families come to us is they've lost hope. And a lot of times, even when the medical communities have offered no answer for diagnosis or healing or treatment, we want them to be able to come here and offer hope. We believe if we constantly seek, one day we will find an answer.
I received a phone call from somebody that received a treatment that had muscular dystrophy. I just was crying with the first time that I had hope through this whole process that there's a possibility that we can do something to help her.
We decided that we would go to the ends of the earth for our daughter. After the very first treatment, the falling that was happening 20 times a day, those went away.
We started noticing a huge difference.
We knew immediately that the treatment is working.
Unfortunately, it's a lot of these therapies and treatments that are working that aren't covered by insurance.
And it takes a lot. We do stem cell therapy,
Serial casting, bracing,
nutritional therapy,
horseback therapy,
PT,
red light therapy,
biofeedback machines that we work on. Because of this, we have been able to stop the progression of the disease and actually reverse it.
Each year we're out of pocket $30,000 to $40,000.
It's very hard to grasp the tremendous financial burden that's placed on these families. So CC4C is here to offer support, not just for the child, but for the entire family. One of the main purposes of the Champion High School team is to give these children weekly events to look forward to. So to be able to have this interaction and have high schoolers pouring into them, I know it gives them the emotional strength to have the physical strength to continue on.
Throughout the week, we do a lot of physical therapy and different types of therapies, and it's nice to have something to look forward to. She gets to participate with the cheerleaders, and she has so much fun doing it.
We go out to Friday Night Lights, and it has thrown us into the community where we feel very connected. She loves those girls, and those girls love her.
Beginning of football games, she'd walk out with us, and she was just by our side the whole time.
I'm really looking forward to getting to be with them again next year.
And we can't wait for her to join us next year as a Tiger cheerleader.
For Valentine's Day, they showed up and surprised her with lots of Valentines, made her feel very loved.
Today, the cheerleaders brought me giant boxes and bags of all these Valentines.
Valentine's Day is such a special day for CC4C, as that's the day that we received our 501c3 status. But it's also a special day because that is Sophia's birthday.
It's pretty cool to have all those Valentines.
Sophia means the world to us. We really love having her part of our team. She's inspired us to have really great positive attitudes. We always refer back to her motto, look on the bright side.
My motto is look on the bright side. Basically what that means to me is always find the light in things, no matter how dark it gets.
As founder, I always wanted to be very involved with the children we serve, and I was able to do this by being a champion teammate.
When we found out that Talia was going to be Sophia's champion, we were thrilled. More than anything, we were thrilled that Sophia was going to have someone wonderful to look up to.
Since 2012, with our very first child, Skylar Soleil, I started being a champion teammate. And one of my favorite things to do with these girls is get our nails painted.
So CC4C is not just for Sophia, but also for the entire family. It's a community that really gets what we're going through. What I love about it is that it's a group of women that I can go and communicate with and see what they're working on that's helped their child. We are very grateful for CC4C because it's filled a need that our family had. This is the first time actually through an organization that they cater to miracles happening and that they want to see children succeed and heal.
We say thank you, and we are eternally grateful.
I want to thank you for believing in the mission of CC4C. It truly is because of you that we're able to help children like Sophia.